Hey y'all, hi. Today, I am delighted to be offering you 3 outfit concepts that I think are really chic and easy to wear, and that I think there's a good chance you might be able to try out using what you already have in your closet. This is what they call fashion content. And if you are not new to my channel, then you know that this is mostly a beauty channel, but I've been integrating some more fashion content lately, and it's been received warmly, and a lot of you have asked for more. If you are new to my channel and you enjoy this, I hope that you'll subscribe. And now let's go ahead and get into the meat of the video. Okay, so concept number 1 is the monochromatic outfit. It's not as straightforward as it might sound, and it's also not as intimidating as it might sound to those of you who have seen monochromatic outfits out in the wild and been like, oh, that's chic, that's fashion, but it's not for me. To my mind, the monochromatic outfit has 2 primary spectrums. By choosing a different spot on each one of those spectrums, there are kind of endless combinations of a monochromatic outfit, and I think that whoever you are, you can find one that works for you. So the spectrums are the spectrum of color from neutrals. I would say probably an all black outfit is like the most neutral, the most basic color-wise in terms of monochromatic outfits, all the way through to the other end of the spectrum, which is like bright colors, like really intense colors. Monochromatic cobalt blue from top to bottom, for example. That's probably the obvious spectrum. And I think there are a lot of people who'd feel comfortable, probably more comfortable in a neutrals monochromatic outfit than a brights monochromatic outfit. So when I say monochromatic outfit, I'm not necessarily talking about canary yellow from head to toe, although I do think that that's wonderful and striking. But the other spectrum is maybe a little bit less obvious, and that is the spectrum from super matchy-matchy, like extreme match of color all over the body, all the way through to outfits that are considered monochromatic but incorporate many different shades of the same color. I personally love an extremely matchy-matchy monochromatic outfit, but I know that there are some people who feel like they can't wear a monochromatic outfit because it just kind of swallows up the definition and the figure. I feel like you can wear whatever you want, but this is the objection that I have heard time and time again from people whom I'm encouraging to wear monochromatic outfits, and they're like, no, I can't, because I need like my waist defined. I need there to be something different on top and bottom and this seam between them. Well, if that's you, if you feel strongly about that, and that's why you've never ventured into the world of the monochromatic outfit, then you want to put yourself down at this end of the spectrum from matchy-matchy to different shades of the same color. As far as I'm concerned, a mustard yellow top with brighter yellow pants, that's still a monochromatic outfit. And I think that there are a lot of people who don't think to put different shades of the same color together, like a light red with a dark red, or a slightly softer pink with a magenta pink, because they feel like it's some sort of fashion faux pas, feel like it's awkward. It's like, oh, the colors, the pinks don't match, so they can't go together. It has to be a pink top with black pants. But I'm here to tell you, I think it's actually in that realm, the realm of different shades of the same color, that monochromatic outfits get the most exciting and the most accessible. So when it comes to going to your own closet and pulling pieces to try a monochromatic outfit, especially if it's something that you've never worn before and you're a little bit nervous about it, here is what I suggest. If you're quite nervous, if you're like, I really, really don't know if I can make this work, stick with the neutrals side of the color spectrum and with the many shades of the same color side of the spectrum that goes from matchy-matchy to shades of the same. What can we call that spectrum? The matchiness spectrum. So you're not pressuring all of your clothes to match each other exactly in tone. You're okay with different shades of the same color. And you can pick a neutral color like brown or cream, even shades of like cream and white and ivory, you know? So if you have white pants of any shade, from so creamy that they're almost yellow all the way through to blazing crisp pure white, pair that with a white shirt of any shade of white or even beige, and then you're at least beginning to tiptoe down the path. It is simply my observation that not many people feel emboldened to wear basically the same color, even different shades of the same color from head to toe, or even just top and bottom. But I feel like most people do probably have at least a top and a bottom that are in the same color realm, if not exactly the same color, in their wardrobe. So I just think there are probably a lot of you out there who could go putting together an outfit you've never worn because of this principle. at the very least, if you have blue jeans, if you wear a lot of blue jeans, you might also have a top that is nearly the same color blue as some of your blue jeans, or if you have some white jeans and a white t-shirt, there you go. Obviously, if you have a lot of color in your wardrobe and you're more comfortable wearing color, you might be able to put together one of the more exciting, more chromatic versions of this kind of outfit. You might love cherry red, but it might just be that you've never thought to pair your cherry red pants with your cherry red sweater before, simply because they are both the same color. But I'm telling you, that's why you should be pairing them together. I personally love a monochromatic outfit for overarching visual reasons. I've always been surprised, or at least when I first started hearing the objections from people, I was initially surprised at the objection that says, oh, I have to break up my long lines, because I'm already on the tall side. I'm 5'9", and I actually kind of don't feel quite right if I'm not in a monochromatic outfit. If I'm wearing a light colored top and dark colored bottom and there's this like line across the middle, it just doesn't show my height to its full advantage the way that an all cream outfit does, or of course an all black outfit does, keeping those long lines from top to bottom. And of course that might also be because of my height and my body type, but I just don't want you to leave this part of the video thinking that a monochromatic outfit isn't good for proportions, because I actually think the opposite of what the people who've made objections think, at least in my personal experience. It's an incredibly flattering look. And I think that the thing that holds most people back is just this feeling that it's a little bit fashion. You know, if you go in to where, I don't know, a party, your office, the coffee shop, if you go in wearing a yellow blouse with black pants, you're just wearing a yellow blouse. But if you go in wearing your yellow blouse with mustard colored pants, suddenly you're very fashion. Even if the pants are like the same cut as the black pants, even if everything else is the same, it's much more striking. It has a bold quality, in my opinion, much more exciting. And if you've never done it, let this be a sign that it's time to go for it. And let me know how it goes. Okay, the second concept is one that I've actually talked about before in a video about my Pinterest inspiration, my fashion inspiration on Pinterest, because it was something that I started realizing I was saving a lot of images of. And when I articulated it to myself, I realized how exciting this outfit idea is to me and how much I wanted to try to emulate it. So in its purest form, this concept is an oversized, chunky knit sweater over a long printed dress of some kind. I think the reason that this maybe hadn't occurred to me before I started seeing imagery of it, and may not have occurred to you, is that in a sense you're combining what may be a summer garment with a winter garment. And if you're somebody who turns over your wardrobe every season, you might not even ever have your long printed flowy dresses hanging in the closet at the same time as you have your chunky knits out of storage. But that's also what I love about this concept, because it's given me a way to wear some of my dresses that were formerly relegated to summer in the winter and make them feel like they work. There's something about the layering with a chunky knit, the subduing of the kind of sundress impact of a long floral, for example, or otherwise printed garment, subduing of it by covering most of it up with something solid that makes it work for all seasons, or makes it work most of the time in my experience. So right now I have a couple of dresses that I have continued to wear through the winter, layered underneath sweaters, that I think if I hadn't been so hot to emulate this outfit concept going into this winter, I might have just either packed those dresses away or let them languish in the back of my closet thinking like, oh, it's not quite the right season for that. So that to me personally is the most exciting and the most accessible manifestation of this concept. But visually, and in terms of mixing it up, and just in terms of the overall vibe of the outfit, the same thing can be accomplished with any printed bottom half. A printed skirt that has like a statement quality about it doesn't necessarily need to be maxi length. That's my favorite kind, but again, it doesn't necessarily need to be. Especially if you're someone who feels like, for one reason or another, oversized on the top and oversized on the bottom will swallow you up. I mean, it might be worth messing around with it and just seeing. But if that's the case, then I think the way to make this work is to wear something with less volume on bottom. And then I think the manifestation of this that departs the most from the original vision, but that I still think is really wonderful, does away with print altogether and is kind of just about volume. I'm throwing this one in here both because I like to wear this other version too, and because I know that there are some people out there who just don't really like printed things and you might not have anything. But if you do have a long skirt or a long dress in a solid color that you don't usually wear in the winter, especially if it has body, if the fabric is like a poplin or linen, if it's something that has texture, or maybe something formal, like it's sequined or ruffled, something like that, that's a solid color, try throwing a chunky knit on over the top of that and seeing if it dresses it down a little bit, makes it a little bit more wearable for a casual situation, if it just gives you a new way to wear it. And of course, this concept can always be combined a little bit with concept number one. So if you happen to have a red summer dress, like a cherry red summer dress, and a red sweater, you can turn that into a monochromatic outfit by putting the sweater over the dress. Obviously, this works with any color. Just use what you have. Okay, and the last outfit concept that I have for you is a little bit of a throwback to my video about strategies for getting dressed in the morning. It's something that I still think about all the time when I'm getting dressed in the morning, and I call this strategy just one statement piece. So this is a strategy for wearing that statement piece that you have that you almost never wear because you can't quite figure out how to integrate it into your daily life, into your day-to-day wardrobe, or you got it because you really love it. Maybe it's a little bit of a fantasy self garment for you, a little bit of an aspirational thing, and then it just sits in the back of your closet because it always feels like a little bit too much when you combine it with the rest of your stuff. Maybe you have a flair for the dramatic, so you have a number of pieces that have dramatic flair. So there are a couple of pieces that kind of always get left out because by the time you've got on all the rest of your clothes, those pink metallic boots just feel like a little bit too much. That puffy lime green handbag just feels like it's clashing with something. It's always going to clash with something, so you never pick it up. The strategy for wearing that piece is to consciously downplay absolutely everything else about your outfit on a given day. It takes a little bit of planning, but the idea is to say to yourself, okay, I am going to carry that lime green puffer bag by hook or by crook today. And so you just wear a black turtleneck, flowy black pants, black sandals. And then when you pick it up, it's not clashing with anything else. Or you just wear jeans and a t-shirt and your sneakers. And then when you pick it up, it's not clashing with anything else. It may be that you have statement pieces like this that you aren't shy of wearing, that you wear all the time, that it's not difficult for you, but that a new strategy, a new concept, or a new way of wearing that garment or that accessory, whatever it is to downplay everything else and give it a more neutral backdrop against which it can shine even more than it usually does. And maybe take on a little bit of another character. So an extremely statement printed blouse, for example, with like a big puffy pussy bow and like, I don't know, a slightly sheer fabric and puffy sleeves. When that blouse is worn with equally statement pants or even just denim, but metallic pink cowboy boots and the lime green bag, I'm sure the way you're doing it, it all sings together, it all works together. It's like statement, it's fashion, it's boho, it's got this je ne sais quoi about it. There are a lot of people who do that kind of dressing really well. But if you take that exact blouse and you wear it with sleek black pants, maybe slicked back hair, simple black pumps, and a sleek black tote, suddenly that blouse is, you know what I mean? That blouse is like singing on another level. That blouse is the solo instead of just being the prettiest tree in the chorus. So giving a statement piece a neutral backdrop is a way to embolden yourself to wear the statement piece if you're not wearing it, or a way to suddenly give the statement piece a dramatically new character, even if it's something that you wear all the time. And those are my 3 outfit concept suggestions for you. I desperately want to know if you try any of these, like if you try any of them out, especially if you try something that you haven't tried before. My vision is that some of you might go to your closets and pull a dress and a sweater that you've never put together before, or pants and a shirt that you've never put together before, and put them together and wear them together and feel excited about that. So please let me know if you do that. I appreciate you so much, those of you who are always down there in the comments. You make me smile every day. And of course, I really appreciate all of you for watching. I hope that all of you are taking extra good care of yourselves so that you can be the most effective versions of yourselves as you do your work in the world.